very good afternoon to you, esteemed viewers, wherever you're watching us from. Welcome to Andanje Media Services. This being our very first interview about Leaders Speak. We will be diving deep into matters politics and poetry. Join me, Banice, Andanje, and here when we talk about politics, we have politicians who are aspirants in the coming 2024-2025 academic year of KIBABII University. They're here with us in our studios today and they'll be telling us more about their manifestos, what they're planning to do for these students if they're going to elect them. Now, join us on Let's Talk Politics. I'll begin from my left side, but you can just introduce yourself so that our viewers can get to know who you are.
Thank you very much. Once again, I'll appreciate Andanje Media for having us. My name is Andanje, Faculty of Arts. We are here to represent the comrades. We are the comrade leaders, and we believe you comrades yourself, you're the guys who are going to elect us. So I'll be aspiring for male nominee come this year's election. Thank you.
Thank you, Andanje Media, for having us today for this meeting. I'm Jane Kuria, a student of journalism and mass communication in the institution of KIBABII University. And let me say that we are here as leaders and people who believe that we'll take our university to the next level. I'm vying for female nominee first, that is the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences.
Very grateful, Andanje Media, for having this opportunity in this interview. Samson Mozua is my name. Actually, I'm not a politician, but a leader who want to practice leadership in politics. I'm coming from the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences, that is journalism, criminology, and social work. And I'm aspiring to be one of the leaders within the institution to represent the faculty in terms of academics.
Thank you all for that introduction. It is great having you in our studios today. Feel at home, you're more welcome. Just to begin with you, Jen Kuria, maybe you can just tell our viewers that what is it that motivated you, that keeps you pushing being a lady to venture into politics, and this position that you're vying for, that is the first female nominee. What is pushing you to vie for that seat?
Thank you very much. Okay, leadership, one, I'd say that people ask, are leaders born or are they made? And I'll say that mostly best leaders are born. But for me, what made me go for this leadership post of female nominee first is because I've been in leadership in the institution from the time I joined, that is first year. I've led in many areas, that is journalism club, my course mates, and even my servant leadership also. And so the main reason behind me going for this female nominee is because comrades undergo a lot of problems and female nominee deals with welfare. So when we talk about welfare, when we deal with issues to do with welfare, definitely no student will miss a class. So my core reason for me going for this is because I believe that once welfare is key and is well off, we're all going to be in classes and we shall all roll out to go and get our dreams done.
That's incredible. And you, Elton, what is it that is pushing you to go for that seat that is then nominee for first? What do you think is lacking there, or what the previous regime has failed to do that is pushing you for that seat?
Well, that's a good question. I always deliberately believe that leadership is about service. Service for the fellow comrades, regardless of where they're coming from, regardless of what they are doing, regardless of their age, regardless of their tribe. It's all about service. And in leadership, I also believe in one thing, that it's better to be loved, or rather, it's better to be trusted than to be loved. In the histories of leadership positions, there are those who are elected or selected because of love, but they end up ruining everything. What they are sent to do there, the outcome becomes negative. And therefore, this time round, I believe the comrades themselves have trusted and entrusted us to be in this leadership position. having told them what we want to do for them, and therefore they engaged us to go for this position. A very good question that you asked is about what has pushed me forward to fight for this leadership position. Well, Banice, I'll tell you that far and wide, it's high time that we bring the comrades together as one. In this institution, we are here for a reason, for a purpose, and for a season. The season is the duration of 4 years, God willing. Perhaps when all things are good and well off with you. The season, that's the season, and the reason is academics. And I believe that in this institution, it's a public institution. Why we are here, if you set academics aside, it's mutual interaction, coordination with each and every individual. We interact in various means and various manners. And here, vying for first male nominee, I believe in wholesomely bringing people together. When we bring the fellow comrades together, we act as one because tomorrow is unpromised. We are here learning and being educated, and then after here, we'll be off in various fields. So that mutual interaction and effectiveness is really of helpful and of great importance. So this is why I'm coming in as the first male nominee, to make sure that each and every person, each and every comrade, their voice, their interaction is well catered for by bringing us together as one so that we move as one. Thank you.
That's great. And Samson, we have various positions there at KIBABII University. We talk of the president, we have the secretary general, the vice. But why did you just go for this academic nominee first? What is it that is so special about this seat, or that is pushing you like, I just have to go for this seat?
Okay, there's nothing special about that seat. Actually, as I have said, it's about leadership. Fortunately or unfortunately, I didn't choose to be a leader, but leadership chose me. So we are intact with the leadership. Yeah, by the time I was joining KIBABII University, that is in the year 2022, the year 2022, that was on August, I had some expectations as far as my course is concerned. That is journalism. So, being in the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences, I expected a lot. But for the time being, I have not seen some of these things that I was expecting in the faculty. And that's what led me or gave me the urge to go for the post of academics. I want to deal with matters about academics. I want to make what we call radical changes as far as the faculty is concerned. And these are positive changes that I'm aiming to change the faculty into the betterness or into the best ever. As other institutions may offer journalism, they may have a radio, they may have a forensic lab. I do agree in KIBABII University, there are those plans of coming up with the radio, that is KIBABII FM and KIBABII TV. We also have a forensic lab. We also have other facilities as far as Faculty of Arts is concerned. But what I'm aiming particularly is to bring the realism that is in between the theoretical part of FAS and the practical part of FAS. What I'm aiming in general is making sure that whoever will come out of the faculty of FAS will be a different person as he or she joined the university. He will be of great importance in the labor market outside there, because you know we are more of the labor market, and this is the academical part of it. We have to produce the best journalist ever, the best criminologist ever, the best social work ever, and this will come in when we come together, especially in matters of academics, and ensure that whatever is being provided outside by the university is of great importance. So it's about the leadership instinct within me. I just want to make changes, positive changes, radical changes within the faculty.
That's great. Elton, I'm being informed that you're a team manager. owning a team that is Titan FC. You being the academic nominee whereby you're going to do a match on matters to do with sports activity. What are you planning to do for these sports clubs? What are you planning to do for the football, that is we talk about KIBABII Premier League, we also have the lady ball and other activities. We're talking about athletics like Wondo, Karate. What are you planning for them?
Thank you. About service, we really dwell on two things. One is leadership, the second one is management. Management is all about persuading people to do what they don't want to do. And in leadership, it's about inspiring people to do what they never thought they could do. And that is how we are coming in. As the male nominee, in the entire institution, when we check on various faculties, we found out that there is no single faculty that has ever presented itself in terms of co-curricular activities or to have something of sort. We are coming in a different way. For the first time, we are happy as first family that we are going to present the co-curricular activities in our own faculties. And we had find out and realized that a lot of talents are there in the faculty. Various students, various individuals have got talents, but because of one way or the other, they are denied that chance in the various football clubs, in the various clubs and societies, in the various sports arenas. So we decided that as first we want to make things different and we want to make a history. First off, I came on board and I figured out, I listened to fellow comrades on what they were speaking about, and I realized there is a need to serve, and I realized there is a loop that is hanging out somewhere. That's why I, as Elton Boy, with the entire students, we came up with the Titans FC. This is a platform, this is a football club whereby we as first members will accommodate each and every student to come on board. And it's high time that we are not going just to dwell on FAS alone, but we are going to bring on board those from the School of Education, those from nursing, regardless of their faculties, we accommodate them all. Talking about this, we are really planning about how to engage in the coming General Sobu, and we are going to sign in for that. And I believe it's just a start. That's why a start, when we start something and you don't have the vision to take it forward, it will all die. And we are coming and politely asking the fellow comrades that let not what we have started go and land in a ditch. Elect us as your leaders so that we facilitate and drive it moving forward, and we have a perfect crew henceforth. Thank you.
And to you, Kuria, I know you'll be heading the welfare department, God willing. So we have these students who are needy. Of course, these students don't come from the same background. We have students who have challenges to do with school fees. Despite the government promising to help them through the new funding model, that is the higher education funding model, majority of these students of first year have not yet reported, and they're reaching the end of the academic year without that scholarship reflecting on the portals. What are you going to do to ensure to help these students so that at the end of this academic year they're going to sit for the exams without that disturbance? Because we know they won't be allowed to sit for that exam when they have that fee balance. And this is an issue that is not happening just for this academic year. We know it might be there the next academic year. What are you going to do to improve that this issue of scholarship reflecting later going, how are you going to address it so that it won't be a challenge to the students who are going to leave?
Okay, thank you, Banice, for that question. So, as you have said, my department will be dealing with welfare. When you talk about welfare in the institution, one, the admin that is under the dean, that's the chaplain, they take over the issues to do with the needy children who don't have funds for their school fees and everything. So, once I'm there, as Mama Fast or the female nominee of the School of Arts and Social Sciences, I'm going to ensure that there will be the welfare and education of the students from FAS. Meaning that we're going to delve into each and every problem at our students' level and not going to maybe these big offices because the processes themselves they are hectic. At the same time, before they prove something, you'll find that they might give you maybe a meal to sustain a student who needs money for the fee, and that was not the key thing. So we're going to ensure that there's the welfare and equity for our students in FAS. At the same time, the issue to do with the scholarship, I'm sure that with the academic nominees will be there. We're going to work together and ensure that the institution ensures that each and every first year student will get the scholarship when it is needed. And I believe that even though the issue is there at the moment, they'll solve it. And if it's there still when we're in power, we're going to make sure we find the right measures to make sure we curb it before it's more hectic.
And when you talk about that helping the needy student, we have this femicide has been on a rise, and you'll find a lot of university ladies have been killed because of material things. So what are you planning to do to ensure that majority of the ladies in the institution are not going to fall prey to this so-called femicide?
Okay, when you talk about femicide, one, we need to understand that being the reason one, we need to know that when you educate a woman, you educate a society. When you educate a man, you educate a country. So for the women first way in university, that shows that these are women who they are of high caliber, they know what they want. So one would like to tell the women here that we need to understand that the worth of a woman is defined by the dignity and not by the material things. So one will come up still in the welfare department. We're going to ensure that we have the guidance and counseling staff. We'll make sure if there's anyone going through any trauma, yes, ladies need money to do their hair, to do each and everything. But once we come together in the welfare department, we can say that we'll have a certain amount of money. If there's any lady who is undergoing a certain problem, we'll be there to serve them. That's why we talk about comradeship and leadership. Leadership is not about dictating. It's all about the comrades saying what they want so that we the leaders can put that into practice. So the femicide issue, we're going to solve it like we talk to the students, we talk to the ladies, and it's also on each and every lady to know that you should hold your horses, wait until the right time you have your own penny to do what you want.
That's great. Samson, being the head of academics in the institution, we have this issue of missing marks, and then you have these students, I'm talking about the third years, who normally goes to assessment. After assessment, they find it difficult, maybe there's delay in for them being assessed, and even after they've been assessed, when they come back to the institution, they delay getting the marks for assessment. You as the academic director, what are you planning to do to ensure that this problem that has been there for a while is going to end?
Okay, allow me to say communication is fundamental for every organization. That we have been having that challenge in the current academic years, but this challenge has been brought in by poor communication between students and the lecturers. Being an academic representative, it means you act as a bridge between the two groups. Now, if you act as a bridge between the two groups, now you have to do what we call the communication role. Ensure a message comes from the communicator to the receiver, then a feedback is given. For example, we had the students who went for attachment and there was a delay in assessment. That one happened. But now we are coming back in times of leadership. We are coming back to elect leaders. What I want to say, we have to elect a good communicator. I consider myself to be a good communicator, going by the fact not just being a journalist or a member of the mass communication, but the ability to deliver, the ability to change ideas into projects, the ability to ensure that we have development within every organization. So once given a chance as the academic representative in the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences, I have to ensure that communication is done in the best way. Actions are taken. Then we must have positive changes as far as the faculty is concerned. So if elected as the academic representative, I will ensure that once we have assessment should be done on time. Students should be assessed on time. They should be taken to the different media houses, or rather the different companies for the case of social workers and the criminologists. And also, we ensure that we have this issue of people having missing marks, people having the challenge of getting the marks in their after they have been assessed. This one also has to be looked into. How I wish if we are going to have the best leaders to ensure there is communication between the two groups, such a thing won't happen again. It's time for us to have the best leaders in position, the leaders who can take the faculty into the next level, not matters of delay in time or delay in doing what is required. One thing I always say, discipline is very important. That is, doing the right thing at the right time with the right person at the expected time. And we have to come together as a faculty and ensure that this happens. The Swahili people will tell you, ukitaka kwenda mbali, enda na wenzako. Ukitaka kufika haraka, enda peke yako. Lakini ukitaka kufika mbali na wenzako, ukitaka kufika mbali na kwa haraka, basi enda na wenzako. So we have to come together, both the lecturers, both the students, both the leaders, and ensure this one happens and we change the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences for the betterness of tomorrow.
That's good, Sam. And just to interrupt, there's this issue to do with insurance. For these journalist students who are supposed to go for attachment, they cannot go for that attachment by not having zero fee balance. And some of these students, they come from poor background, humble background. So by the time they're supposed to go for that attachment, they don't have that nil balance. What are you going to do to ensure these students that are going for this attachment without being much stressed? And then the school experienced some riots from students from education. They were saying that the fees has been increased, that is 10,000 that has been added to the fee without them being consulted, and they're just being told this 10,000 is for trip and the other one is for attachment. What are you going to do to ensure that every student is feeling that he's an environment that he or she is supposed to be? And to add on that, we have this issue of missing classes or lessons starting late in the institution, whereby you get the heads of department saying that you have few lecturers, or a lecturer is assigned a class but he or she doesn't appear to teach, or maybe just appear to teach late at the end of that semester. What are you going to do to ensure that there is no bouncing of classes, as the comrades call it?
Okay, 3 questions in one. But the second question belongs to the academic representative from the School of Education. Allow me to tackle question 1 and question 2. Question 1 is about the insurance cover, and also we say the zero balance for a student to go for attachment, the industrial attachment. Okay, on this issue, allow me to come back on communication. Very, very important. Once given the opportunity as an academic representative, now we have to sit together and agree what is it that have to be done to ensure that every student from the Faculty of Art going for assessment, every student is going for assessment, for attachment, every student doesn't miss an attachment and is assessed on time. So we have to look at this issue with a detailed eye and get to understand where is the problem, what is the challenge. I do believe when we sit together, that is the students plus the leaders plus the management, we will come into a consensus and come with a general agreement to ensure that both parties are up to the optimum. That is, ensuring every student goes for attachment, is assessed on time, and if there is this issue of insurance, then we have to tackle it earlier before even the students go for attachment. We don't have to wait until the student is on attachment, then we are being told that somebody was not assessed because he or she was not insured. It's a matter of communication, sitting down, looking at ideas, and ensure that we put every resource where it is required at the right time. So about the issue of students complaining about increment of school fee, that one belongs to the School of Education. If it was from the Faculty of Arts, then we'll come up with a solution. But even if it is from the School of Education, I do believe if the leaders and the students and the representatives and the management are going to sit together, they'll come up with a solution. I do believe a problem shared is half solved.
That's great of you. And to you, Elton, you have this notion that has been going on that for you to lead in KIBABII University, you have to come from the son of soil. Why are there these such kind of sentiment, and how are they impacting the community and in the institution? How is it affecting students who are not from the so-called son of soil? And what do you think the institution has to do to ensure it is addressing this issue amicably and there is equality and inclusivity in terms of leadership?
Sishia, I always like being lead. And we always say that be you. Accept wherever you are, who you are, and how you do things. Just to quote, be you. Well, if you do ordinary things, you'll always achieve ordinary results. And if you do extraordinary things, you'll deliberately achieve extraordinary results. We have to understand the fact that this is a public institution. Therefore, a public institution, not just like any other institution, but it's a university. A university is where every individual, young and old, come from all walks of life with a purpose to get education there. And an institution is where diversity is enriched. Once we are in the university, we believe that there is that norm of being diversified. But to my realization, I've come to learn that in this institution, there is some sort of conservative. Guys here are always conservatives in that they believe that they should do things on their own according to their culture. Sishia, I believe that not each and every all other students that are here are coming from one community or one tribe. We are from different in the entire country, and we are here to get the education. So, one, we do have got different tribes. Number two, we've come from different families. So, acceptance is the key. Now, when we accept ourselves, Sishia, if you look at those greater institutions or universities that people admire, you find out that an example of Nairobi University is accepting not all other students from the entire country, but even in the entire continent at large. Talk about Eastern Africa. So what makes it that achievable or much being admired is because University of Nairobi on its own, it has accepted the fact that we will receive people from different backgrounds. We accommodate them themselves, and then we move as one. What the rest are doing that we are not doing, we accommodate. We learn from each other. What others are doing best, we accept that and move forward with that. I think it's high time that KIBABII University should embrace the same thing. That is how we are going to move forward. KIBABII University, if all of us entirely accept the fact that we are from different backgrounds and we want to move as one, then it will be of more effective to us. So this notion of son of the soil, which is already correct, and I love the soil so much because it's also fertile. It's fertile and I love it. I love being here. I love the climate. I love the culture. I love everything about the soil. But now you have to learn to accommodate us also who are not part of it. I believe if everything is all well, you might be surprised that I may end up staying here or even having to marry from this side. So guys, accept each and every student the way they are, and then let us move forward. If we all come forward and have in mind, follow what others are doing different from us, then we move and learn, I think we are going higher.
That's good. And to your Korea, we have this issue of inadequate computers in the media lab. That's for journalists students have been crying that their work, majority of journalism, it dwells on practical skills. But they're being taught more theory. When it comes to practical skills, that's where problem comes in. When they go to the media lab, all of them cannot access the equipment that are there because they're few. Then so we also have the forensic lab that is not well equipped. What are you planning to do to ensure that these journalist students and the criminologists are going to enjoy learning and are going to embrace practical skills more than just theories?
Okay, Barney. So I'll be a liar if I start saying that I'll make sure there's a computer or something. When you're vying for these posts, there's the female nominee, male nominee, and academic nominee. Academic mainly deals with education, and when you talk about education, he's the director of the faculty, meaning he's going to deal with the work to do the computers, the theory, and make sure everything is okay. My work as the female nominee will be there to make sure that the academic nominee is making sure that all the comrades in my faculty, they are at peace. The welfare of using the gadgets is well. Everything is just fine. So I'll make sure we work together with the three of us to make sure everything is there and everyone gets an equal chance to utilize the computers. Being that I'm also a journalist, and definitely we are more into practical work and not theoretical.
That's great. And to you, Mazua, what are you planning to do for the student that have elected you as their leader? But before you sit there, we must have elections, isn't it?
Yes.
And then there's these rumors that have been going around that they normally steal politics or they steal votes, they buy people from other faculties to come and vote. What do you think the institution and those responsible have to do to ensure that there is fair, free and transparent election coming this 2024-2025 academic year, and that leaders who are going to be sworn in at the people's choice?
Okay, one thing I would like to say, it's high time that KIBABII University now needs transformation, a positive transformation. So, on the issue of legality and illegality of election results, we have been having it, but we are not sure because we can't provide evidence. But I do believe KIBABII University students now have to stand firm. Standing firm and ensure we elect the right leaders. Leaders of mission and vision. Leaders who have to transform. If all of us are going to agree and make these changes, that is electing the right leaders, then KIBABII is going to be changed for the best. Not about electing people who are representing alliances. Not about electing people who are representing tribal groups. Not about electing people who are just been placed there to ensure we balance. You know, sometimes they say we need 10. So when we have 9, then we pick somebody from somewhere so that he fills the number. No, it's not that way. It's time to make positive changes, especially in terms of leadership. KIBABII has to move to the next level. And I do believe once given an opportunity, we are going to make these changes. That is fair, just, credible, and democratic elections within KIBABII University.
Thank you so much. And to you, Kuria, what strategies have you put just to ensure that there are going to be campaigns that are peaceful? You as first family, what have you come up with just to ensure that there won't be violence or there's no one who will feel provoked during your campaigns?
Okay, when we talk about peace, we see that peace begins with us ourselves as the leaders. And me, as an aspirant of female nominee first, I'd like to say that and tell the whole family of us that one, after and even after the elections, even before the election, first has been there. This should not be a reason for us to be divided. And one thing, and one of the ways and the measurements that we have placed in place in order to make sure that there's peace is one, talking to each and every student, telling them, one, the vote is your choice. Whoever you vote to is your choice. You're the one who knows why you're voting in that leader. So there's no need of you going to attack the other person if you feel he doesn't have what you want from a leader. So let us put the elections and the voting into heart that this will come and go. But we, as the first and most of all as KIBABII University, we are a fraternity and a family that must be binded with or without the elections.
That's good. And to Elton, how are you going to ensure that you engage with these young people in political process? And by doing that, how are you going to promote diversity and inclusivity during your campaigns?
Thank you very much, Sishia, for that. Maybe to echo on much on what Korea said, there is a wave. A wave is something that comes and goes. So peace, we always spread the gospel of peace and peace be still. We believe that it's only a matter of 2 weeks and it shall be over, all of it. So let's embrace acceptance, because in a race, we have to accept the fact that there are always two outcomes, either win or lose. So in that, you might find yourself either the winner or the loser. So when you win legally, you have to accept and pick the other person. And when you lose, also accept that there is always the second chance. It depends on what you want. But I believe, even if it's not us, and also the leaders themselves who are our opponents, all what we want is a change for FAST and moving and taking FAST to another step level. That is what we want. So according to the question that you've asked, inclusivity is a key. I understand the fact that we in this institution, there are those who are first years, there are those who are second years, there are those who are third years, and equally the fourth years. I have to bring all these people on board. Bringing fourth years, bringing third years, bringing second years, bringing first years, all of them on board, without looking down upon the others. And also in the faculty of FAST, that is Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences, we have got 3 departments. That is social work, criminology, and journalism and mass communication. Entirely bringing all these students from these different departments. It seems as if you are working in unity and in wholesome with all of them. So when you are keen also, you'll find out that I'm working with the entire crew, be it an individual from journalism and mass communication, be it from social work, be it from criminology. We accept the all. And what makes me unique is my difference. Difference in such a way that you accommodate everything. And I will always stand firm, and I repeat that I will always be on the side of those who have nothing and who are not allowed to enjoy the nothing that they have themselves. So Elton Boy, accommodate everyone, be for the voice of those who have nothing, having in mind that we come from different backgrounds in this institution. Not all of us are the same. And even as you can see, we have Mazua with a coat. I'm with a casual attire. So it really shows that we are coming from different backgrounds. Then accepting all of us is the way to go.
That is it. As we just come to the end of this conversation, I would like just each one and every of you to tell members who are going to vote for you, what do you expect from them, or what can you tell those who are going to vote for you coming 28th March 2024, starting with you, Mazua.
Okay, one thing very important I would like to tell to my fellow comrades, that is the voter. You might vote me in or not. You might vote my opponent in or not. But one thing we have to ask ourselves, is first okay? And if it's okay, well and good. If it's not okay, what should be done? Whoever will win, the very big question that you have to ask yourself, is this person who is holding the academic docket able to take the docket into the next level? Is he able to deliver? That's one thing we have to ask ourselves. This is the very critical decision that we have to make each and every academic year. My intention, once given an opportunity, is to make journalism, criminology and social work the better causes within the university. First have to be known as one of the great schools, or rather the faculties within the university. Comrades, make the right choice of electing the right leader to take first to the next level. Remember, when you vote sunshine and it's time for planting, your crops will die. Vote for rainfall when it's time for planting for your crops to grow. Take the best step.
Thank you. And to you, Kuya, what can you tell the voters?
As I just had said, elections will come and go. First needs a change. And when we talk about the change, the voters are the people who are going to determine whether me, Jane Kuria, get the seat or not. But at the center of it all, remember, have you voted in somebody who you can approach, somebody who you're ready to confront and tell him or her, you didn't do it the way we wanted you to do it. Vote in somebody that you know, I can get him, he's into contact. It's not somebody who won't be there for you when you need him. And at the center of it all, don't divide from your members. If you're a social worker, continue being a friend with your fellows. Keep them, because those are your sisters and brothers. Elections will be over. They are the people who are going to hold on to you, and they're the people who are going to see you through the wind or the other things that will happen in your life. And the center of it all, remember, peace must prevail with or without whoever you wanted to be vetted.
That's good. And to your turn?
You see, Sishia, my colleagues, almost all of them, they are advocating for change. Change is all we want. And you see, it's a tough journey, Sishia. At some moment, I feel like giving up. At some moment, I feel like stepping down. But when you feel the cry, when you feel the voice of the fellow comrades that are saying, Elton, you are the only solution for this, I keep on being heard. At some point, I feel tough, but I remember I'm going to present those who wish the change, and truly this time round change is going to come. First off, let us elect leaders wisely. Somebody whom you can approach, somebody who is competent enough, somebody who is accommodating, and somebody who you believe will usher in your grievances in the right manner. Change is here with us, and this time is change, and change is all we want for the faculty of FAS. Elect the good leaders, let us take FAS to another level. Thank you.
Thank you so much for making time to be here with us. We really appreciate. We have been having in our studio that is Elton Boy, aspiring leader for first male nominee. We have Jen Kuria, Mama First, and to have the boss of the faculty, that is Mazua Samson Nyamawi. Till then, we have no much but to thank you for switching gears to RJ Media. This has been a comprehensive report on Let's Talk Politics under the anchor Banice Andanje. Follow us on subsequent bulletin and also our social media platform. Thank you.